Hello, my name is Fintan Costello. I'm formerly the chairman and CEO of BonusFinder.com, which is or was a gambling affiliate business. I've been asked to talk a little bit about the US licensing process and what we did there, and it's sit back and enjoy. This is going to be a little bit of fun. So many years ago, we decided as a team that we were going to get licensed and launch in the US. At the time, there was only two states that had legal online gambling. It was New Jersey and Pennsylvania. New Jersey was a very saturated market. The licensing process was very straightforward. It was what's called a vendor registration form. So basically just sign a piece of paper and you were registered. Pennsylvania was a lot more complicated. It was a full application process, like a vendor license process, which included full background checks. And the difficulty for Pennsylvania as well is there was only two brands live at the time in the state, and the taxes were higher, so it wasn't as interesting. But we decided to go all in, and we went for it. So our first port of call was to get what's called an EIN number. So this is the employer identification number. This was terrifying. So having grown up watching American media, calling the IRS for an EIN number was terrifying for me, because the IRS are always the bad guys in TV and film. And the process was how would you put it, very Stone Age, I'm sorry to say. So I had to download a PDF form, print it, fill it in, ring the hotline, and then read out what I'd written in the document over the phone to the lady from the IRS. So you had this lovely lady from the IRS, she couldn't have been nicer. My Irish accent, spelling out Dutch street names and bits and pieces like this. It was all very confusing for her. She had no idea why I was doing this. But I managed to get the EIN number and get going with that, so we could do our vendor registration in New Jersey. Then we got to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania I'd never seen anything like this in my life. So technically I'm a native English speaker, and I'm reading this document, and it was the most complicated English. It was just like, I have a business degree, finance, I've done lots of stuff. I did not understand this document. So I would literally have to sit with our lawyer and kind of basically go through it line by line. Okay, explain this line to me. What are they actually asking here? So it could be things like, are we an S Corp or a C Corp or an LLC or a whatever else it was. They wanted to know things like tattoos, eye color, hair color, who my in-laws were, everywhere I've ever worked since I left school, tax return records, what else did they need? My wife's details. It was everything possible they could ever want to know about me, they needed to know. And when you're not prepared for something like that, gathering all that paperwork, like going back and getting 15 years worth of tax records. And I've lived in lots of different countries, so I had lots of tax records across multiple tax jurisdictions. And luckily I've led a boring life, so everything was fine. I had no criminal convictions, no court cases, nothing like that. So it's straightforward, but it was very much a paper gathering exercise, and you end up with this big stack of paper that's yay big. And then we get to the point where they need fingerprints. And this was just like, we need to do what? How? So I contacted the police station, because, that's where you go for fingerprints. And they're like, no, not happening. We would either need to arrest you. Have you broken any laws? I'm like, no, I haven't broken any laws. And he goes, and then even if we did arrest you, everything here is digital. We don't give fingerprints on pieces of paper. So I get onto Google and I start Googling around, and that's where I found Ilse, and she came to the rescue and was, FBI certified, and knew we had to use the orange cards and not the green cards, and we had to do it this way, and we had to do 2 copies, and everything was certified and taken care of. And that then became our secret weapon. So we were able to get our app. So then basically more and more states came online. Michigan, West Virginia, all the states, Colorado, all the states started rolling out. So we were able to get our applications done really quickly because we really understood the process. We could have our fingerprints in a matter of hours, and so we could get our applications, a whole package document together, put together and shipped to the relevant authority super quick. So effectively, kind of day one of the market being regulated, we were licensed and we were able to launch as an affiliate, which, as anybody understands, as being an affiliate is a huge competitive advantage. And it was fantastic for us, and we're always eternally grateful to Ilse for all her support and helping us get to where we got to.